You are watching Lightwork Healing. My name is Kimberly, and we are going to do a 10 card spread for love. This is a collective reading, and this is going to be a reading for people who are single, not in a relationship at this moment. Okay. So, here we go. All right, so where you're at right now, this is what I said. Oh, this reading is timeless, okay? This is meant to be as we go into the new year and finish out this year that we're in currently, what's going on energetically. I just pulled the cards, and this is what we're going to read. But this is timeless, so whenever you watch this, if it resonates for you, then the message is meant for you. Don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't fit, forget about it. Go on to something else, or maybe I'll do a reading next week that resonates for you. Okay, so the first card, 10 card spread with the bottom of the deck overall energy is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles represents harmony, alignment in the physical world. This is an awesome card. You got a great house, you got the full family there, you got the pets, and enough money to go around. So overall, energetically, that's what we're going to be discussing. Okay, so currently where my viewers be at is the Tower. This is a card of change. This is a card of changes where things don't go back to what they were, because whatever was has been broken. So, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Turn this down. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? That's me being jokey. Can you hear me now? All right. I'm sure you can. I can hear me. Okay, so this is, you can't go back to the way things were because things have been broken. This could be like unexpectedly losing your job, having a death of somebody who was close to you, like somebody who's in your life all the time. This could be, you know, getting in a car accident, losing your car, and not being able to afford a new one. Things have shifted, and now there's a change. In a love reading, this could be the end of a relationship that it ain't happening. You're not going back to that. There's no relationship to go back to. There's nothing to resurrect or resuscitate. It's done. Okay. So that card represents where you're at right now. The next card represents a potential or a challenge. And what we got was the 5 of Pentacles that you may be facing. This is a card of rough going. This can be seen as a card of marriage, but this isn't like, oh, look, you guys are going to have a happy life together. This is a card of rough relationships. Here we have a woman in red, and she's forging through the storm. And behind her is this crippled man who follows her. Neither of them have shoes on. They're both cold, hungry, and they're super focused on just getting out of the storm. The key in this card here is you're not looking around. Everything that you want, everything that you need to hold you over is right above them, because they don't realize they're walking outside of a church. See the stained glass window right here? So this is a potential or challenge. This tells me relationship-wise if it's ending or if it's breaking, and that's what I'm saying, because we got the Tower moment followed by this 5 of Pentacles. Is energetically, you guys are tired. This isn't being helpful to you. It's exhausting. Nothing is serving you in this relationship. Let it go. Okay? Now, what to focus on? that's the next card that we pulled. We got the Four of Swords. This is a good one. This is focus on rest. Take a break. Take a break from playing the game. Hang up the swords, go lay down, and have a break for yourself. A lot of times when we come out of relationships, we look to get back into another relationship to kind of fill that hole, to feed the need. But what we don't realize is that when you're in a relationship, you often give of yourself and you make a lot of compromises to make it work. And in that time period of compromising and of giving of yourself, a lot of times we lose sight of who we are. And this is a card that says to take a break, but more importantly, this is a break by himself. This is a break alone. This is a lay down by yourself. Go have a lie down by yourself and get back to you, because you've already made sacrifices. You've already made compromises for somebody else, for something else, and it's easy to lose yourself in that. And it's really important. In order for any relationship to work, you have to know yourself. You have to know your boundaries. So this card that says take a break. Take a break for yourself, not for anybody else. Okay. Speaking of work, the next card that we're going to look at is something in your recent past. And this is the apprenticeship card. And this shows a gentleman hammering away at coins. This is putting in the work, putting in a lot of work, trying to build something, trying to make the toolkit, broaden the toolkit. And while you may have put a lot of energy and time and blood and sweat and tears into a relationship that may not have worked for you, just remember, everything that you've put into that, you have sharpened your own skills. You have added to your own toolkit, so to speak. So even if the relationship didn't serve you, you still learned something of what works for you and what works for you in a relationship. You're leaving this wiser. You're leaving this more equipped to go into something else in your future. Okay. The next card that we're going to look at is a very strong characteristic that you possess. That's one of my favorite cards. I have a lot of favorite cards. That's okay. I got a lot of favorite people too. And food. I have a lot of favorite food. Oh. Anyways, so a strong characteristic that you possess. We pulled the Four of Wands. This is a great card. This is a card that talks about soul relationships. You have the Four Wands here. 1111, also known as the Twin Flame card. But in this card, it shows abundance. It shows celebration. It shows reaping the rewards of all the work that you put in. But in terms of a strong characteristic, fours represent stability. So this tells me that you are really good at creating stability in relationships, in sharing, and in enjoying the rewards with another person that you've put the work in with. So usually whatever comes out as a strong characteristic, this is something that you will find you will need to use on your path. So that's a pretty cool card. All right. The next card that we pulled was for something in your near future. We got the King of Swords. The King of Swords, energetically, this is a very mature intellect, a very, this is depicted by a man who is a deep thinker. He has a lot of ideas. He's very sharp with his tongue. This is somebody who knows how to speak the truth, who knows how to cut through the BS. And in terms of in your near future, if you are a woman, this could potentially represent a man that may come into your life. If you're a man, this represents an energy of, and even if you're a woman, this doesn't mean that this type of man is coming into your life, but this is the type of energy that you're going to come into. And that is one of speaking your truth, knowing your boundaries, and really thinking before you talk. So this tells me you might be a little bit sharp-tongued, but it might be because you're a little bit butt sore over this pain and frustration. But you've also learned some lessons and you're carrying it forward with you. Being true to yourself. Knowing your own thoughts versus somebody else. Knowing your own truths and your own words versus somebody else's thoughts and words. Okay. The next card we're going to look at is a suggested approach. And we got the King of Cups. 2 kings in a row. That really does mean, you might be having a man walk into your life. Or have some strong energies. Suggested approach, the King of Cups. The King of Cups represents a man, also a mature energy of somebody who feels very deeply. There's an emotional maturity here. This person feels really, really deeply, but they don't always express what they're feeling because they like to think about it first. Here's the thinking man. Before they say it. It's almost like they want to have just the right words to say before they try to impart their message. Okay? So as this comes up as a suggested approach, this means as you proceed forward in your love life, just because you feel something doesn't mean that you need to jump on that bandwagon right away. It means really give it a consideration and a think before you go forward with saying, I love you, or I need you, or we should get married and have babies, or how do you like your eggs in the morning? Fertilized! Okay, no. Think about it first before you just go and have your emotional verbal diarrhea. That's the word of caution right here. All right. Then, something you should know is the 3 of Cups. This is a fun card. I did not say interesting. The 3 of Cups represents celebration. Celebration with close friends, celebration with loved ones. But this is a sharing of emotions. And this could even potentially be a sharing of emotions with a potential future lover that you may have. But it is a sharing of emotions, and it is a celebration of it as well. So and as it's coming up is something that you should know, this means keep your eyes open for that opportunity. Keep your eyes open and be ready to participate in this when it does come. Don't just shy away from it, okay? A hope and a fear. Your next card, the Chariot. This is a beautiful card. This is a card of success. This is a card of all the hard work coming together and you crossing that finish line. So this very well could mean that you may find yourself a perfect match or a very good match. This is also a card about balance and keeping doing the work, okay? See, what is drawing this Chariot are these 2 sphinxes. Notice one is white and one is black. This represents that they have 2 different views. They're pulling in different directions. In order for the Chariot to move forward, there's a fight. You gotta put them back on track, and then they go whoop, and you got to put them back on track, and then whoop. So this is about doing the work. For the hope and the fear, a lot of people, when I do readings, they say, what do you mean a hope and a fear? And the best example that I like to use, and the one that I use consistently all the time, it's like a lot of people come in here thinking, oh, I hope that one day I'm going to find my soulmate. I hope that one day I'm going to find this perfect partner. That's the hope. But people don't get that right away. A lot of times people go through these really crappy relationships over and over and over again. And it's because they're scared. They're scared of doing the work. Part of the work is becoming authentic and true to yourself. That means that you need to be vulnerable. That's not easy. It's not easy to be vulnerable. You know, I just made myself vulnerable to somebody the other day, and oh my gosh, it wasn't even a love interest, and they just made fun of me. It was horrible. I went home and I cried, and I thought about when I was a little kid and people made fun of me. But you know what? I was vulnerable, and I spoke my truth, and I learned something about myself through that situation, and I was able to take an old wound and work on healing it. And you know, all of that, saying all of this, that's part of doing the work. When you want to come into union and have a relationship that lasts, you really, really need to make sure that you're in a good place and you're doing the work to keep you in a good place. Because if you're not in a good place and you're relying on somebody else to get you to that good place, that's going to be super duper pooper temporary, and it ain't going to last. I said ain't, yeah. Okay. I don't know why I'm acting like this. I am. Whatever. All right. Shall we move on? Great. Okay. And then the last card that we're going to pull is the potential outcome, which is the Knight of Wands. And this is a card of hoorah! Action. Action Jackson. Yeah. This is a man who carries his fiery stick upon his steed. All right? This is fast moving action. This is passion. We should call this knight Passion Pants. Okay? He's got fire in his pants. He wants to move forward. He wants to bring you a message. This is like love is in the air, okay? Whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't mean like some dude's gonna come in if you're a guy and be like, man, let's make out. No. Energetically, what this is saying, this is an energy of something new coming into your life, something passionate coming into your life, and it may even be unexpected. So keep your eyes open for the love vibes. I'm still here, and we're going to pull something, and it's going to be awesome. I think we're going to use this deck. Goddess Guidance Oracle cards. Usually have these pulled, but today I'm just kind of all over the place, and that's all right, because sometimes you just need to be all over the place, and it doesn't mean you're crazy or you're not getting your stuff done. It just means you're all over the place. Yeah, so we're going to pull an oracle card, and then I'm going to wish you much love and luck. Let's see. Oracle card for all my single people or people who are going through stuff where it's fallen apart concerning L-O-V-E, love. I'm a good speller, aren't I? Okay. Pick a card. Any card. I'm going to pick this one. This one. No, I'm going to pick this one. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. What? Yes. Receive. receive love, and learn to receive love from yourself so that you can give it to others. Okay, you guys are awesome. I know I'm a little bit, but I hope that my message was insightful to you and that gave you some good ideas or good thoughts. And you guys deserve the best. Believe that you deserve the best. I believe you deserve the best. You know what I deserve? A tummy rub and a nap. That sounds awesome. I'll be rubbing my own tummy. I'm okay with that. It'll be nice. All right, have a great day. Bye.